A money mindset is a manifestation of our attitudes and beliefs about money. A positive money mindset can help guide our behaviors in powerful ways. However, a negative money mindset can produce devastating negative effects. So in that spirit, I want to share with you 10 negative money mindsets that could be holding some of you back from achieving financial success. Hi, if you're new to the channel, my name is Tay from Financial Tortoise, where we learn to grow our wealth slow and steady. The number one money mindset keeping us poor is to believe that more money equals more problems. The saying was most popularized by our good friend, the notorious B.I.G. More money, more problems. In this famous rap song, the more money our good friend had, the more problems he was seeing all around him. Well, I can't rap as well as notorious B.I.G., but this statement I would dare to argue is wrong. Yes, money doesn't guarantee happiness, but if used the right way, it can make life easier and more enjoyable. It allows us to put a roof over our head, put food on our table, and ultimately gives us more choices in our lives. The problem isn't money itself, but rather how we choose to use it. If we use money to garner attention from people, then we will have people knocking at our doors, constantly trying to sell us stuff. Or if they're bold, just outright asking us for money. More money doesn't lead to more problems. Bad use of money leads to more problems. When we can use it wisely, it actually reduces problems. The number two money mindset keeping us poor is to believe that money isn't that important. Most often when we're saying money isn't that important, we're actually trying to distance ourselves from it because we feel uncomfortable around it. Yes, money isn't everything, and it shouldn't be the sole purpose of our existence. To say that it's not important is not true. Money, whether we like it or not, is one of the most important tools in navigating this complex and unforgiving world. My family experienced 2 bankruptcies back to back before I turned 10 years old. I remember the experience of not having money. We didn't have options to where we could live. We were forced to live in the cheapest housing we could find. We didn't have options to what we could eat. It was either the cheapest at the market or nothing. Now, I didn't grow up in complete poverty like many other individuals that are suffering today, but to say that money isn't important is, I believe, a naive statement. Let's not make money the center of our lives, but understand that they play a very important role in our lives. The number 3 money mindset keeping us poor is to believe that wanting success and wanting wealth means I'm a greedy person. There's a common belief that money can corrupt us and make us greedy and selfish like Mr. Scrooge. Therefore, being poor is better. It keeps us humble and makes us better individuals. However, money doesn't define who we are as individuals. Money has no value or morals. It's just a piece of paper or a number on our computer. They enable us to buy things, nothing more. Now, what we choose to buy can show our character, and money can change our character if we allow it. But most often, all money does is just amplify who we are already as individuals. If we're mean to other people, having money will just make us a mean person with money. If we're nice to other people, having money will just make us a nice person with money. Don't shy away from money, believing that having more money will make us greedy. Being better individuals is a choice that is apart from money. The number 4 money mindset keeping us poor is to believe that being poor makes me a better person. This segues from the earlier point and comes from the misconception that money is bad and poverty will make us more humble. Wanting success means I'm an ambitious, greedy person who doesn't care about others. But being poor doesn't necessarily mean you're a better person than someone with more money. It just means you have less money. We can be humble and generous regardless of our financial situation. We don't need to be poor to show humility or generosity. Being kind is a choice we make as individuals. There are plenty of wealthy philanthropists who help those in need out of the goodness of their heart. And there are plenty of poor individuals who are greedy as well. Being poor or wealthy doesn't define who we are as individuals. It is our character that defines us. So don't believe that our aversion to wealth will make us into better individuals. We can be generous, humble, and kind regardless of our financial situation. The number 5 money mindset keeping us poor is to believe that I'll never pay off my student loans. I know this negative money mindset very well because I used to believe it many years ago. When my wife and I tied a knot over 10 years ago, we entered into our marriage with a combined $105,000 of student debt. And we were just one of millions of other Americans struggling with this as well. As of February 2023, the student loan debt in the United States totals close to $1.8 trillion, a historic high. Therefore, when we have a high balance, it's easy to adopt the attitude that we will never pay off our student loans. It is a mountain too high to climb, a bridge too far. However, if we're to adopt this mindset, the truth is that we will never pay off our student loans. It will nag at us for the rest of our financial life, being that heavy burden that we'll feel like we need to carry with us wherever we go. Though it may seem impossible, you want to change that mindset from I can't to I can. I won't know exactly how long it will take, but I'm going to take one step at a time until it is gone. My wife and I recognized that we wanted to destroy our $105,000 student debt, decided to go gazelle intense. We cut back our spending. No vacations, minimal meals out, and no upgrades until our student loans were paid off. A feat we were proud to say we were able to achieve within 3.5 years. The ability to tackle big financial goals like student debt starts with our mindset. Don't believe that you can never pay back your student loans. It can take a while, but you can if you take one step at a time. The number 6 money mindset keeping us poor is to believe that it was easier back in the days. To some degree, this could be a true statement, but in a different angle, it is not. The world is constantly changing. 30 years ago, many companies were offering lifetime pension if you're willing to work with them for 40 plus years. Today, many of those pension programs don't exist. But that doesn't mean the world is the worst place to navigate if we look for the right opportunities. 30 years ago, though there were company pensions, it was harder to start a business. The internet did not exist, and most brick-and-mortar businesses required large investment upfront. Building rental, inventory, employees, etc. But today, given the technology, any one of us can quickly start a business with minimal upfront cost. Websites cost just a few dollars to start, and you don't need to travel anywhere to meet people. You can just send them a simple Zoom meeting maker to start networking. It is easy to settle into the belief that it was easier during my parents' time period. Therefore, I can't find success today. Like I said earlier, times are different, so the same model that worked for our parents likely will not work today. But that doesn't mean there aren't new models that we can take advantage of. It all starts with reframing our mindset to see possibilities rather than limitations. The number 7 money mindset keeping us poor is to believe that I'll never make much money. Whether because of my education or my chosen career field, we come to a belief that we'll never make much money in our lives. So I'll accept my lot to always be poor. Again, to a certain extent, this is true because it's hard to make a lot of money in certain fields. I know a lot of friends who have chosen the humble profession of working in public service or nonprofits, and I commend them for their chosen field. However, that doesn't mean we can't make money. Yes, being a kindergarten teacher doesn't naturally lead to making millions overnight. But I've seen public school teachers who are able to leverage even their small income into generating additional returns by either consistently investing in the market or starting a side business. Don't allow your chosen profession or the industry that you're in to limit your belief that you will never make much money. Money doesn't care if you're a high-flying hedge fund manager or a kindergarten teacher. It will move in whichever direction you wield it. Whether it's in the stock market to grow, into a new business venture to multiply, or a brand new Lamborghini to fly away into the sky. The number 8 money mindset keeping us poor is to believe that I'll never understand investing. It's just too complex, too many numbers. I'm not smart enough. If you're like many people, your eyes start to glaze over the moment you're confronted with a decision about investing. From figuring out what funds to choose for your retirement account to having to decide if you should put your savings in an index fund or a mutual fund. I completely concur investing is confusing because it's an intimidating topic and it's not taught in schools. And what happens to many of us is that we feel we can never fully grasp the many facets of investing and just give up. Or worse yet, hand over our money to a well-polished investment manager. But if you put a little effort to learn the basics, I firmly believe that all of us can learn to invest and manage our own investments. Take it from me, understanding investing is not that difficult as long as you're willing to put in some time. You're already doing it by watching YouTube videos like this. If you want another great place to start, I'll have a link to my favorite personal finance books in the description below. The number 9 money mindset keeping us poor is to believe that I'm too old. Too old to start saving and too old to start investing. This is a common mantra among older generations. They think they're too late in the game and it's impossible to save for retirement now. Or invest in the market when we're nearing 70 or 80. But this couldn't be further from the truth. Yes, your risk tolerance will be different from someone that is much younger. And your portfolio will look different from someone that is in their 20s and 30s. But no matter how old you are, there are always opportunities to save and invest. It might not be investing in real estate rentals or investing in a new business venture, but you can start by simply opening up a brokerage account and making consistent contributions. The key is to start now and stay consistent. It's never too late to improve your financial future, so don't let age be a factor in holding you back. The number 10 money mindset keeping us poor is to internalize the mentality that I don't know where to start. You do know where to start. Watching this video is the first step, and you should commend yourself for taking the first step in your financial transformation. And know that feeling overwhelmed with coming up with a financial plan is totally normal. That is a very normal human response to something new. But the solution isn't to put our head in the sand and ignore the problem just because we don't know where to start. What we want to do is flip the script. Believe that you know where to start and that you are in control of your money. And give yourself grace through the process of learning about budgeting, saving, and investing. This stuff is not intuitive. You have to learn it. As I mentioned earlier, my recommendation is to pick up and read a good personal finance book. Check out my link to some of my favorite personal finance books below. Don't delegate this to someone else. Thank you guys for watching. If you'd like to learn more about a simple approach to your finances, please check out my video here. Until next time, all the best.